Good Erev Shabbos, Parshas Veschanan. The Parsha this week talks about a review of the story of the Ten Commandments. And borrowing from the first time the story is told, it's described there that God descended on Mount Sinai to talk to the Jewish people. He also descended by the story of Sodom, when he descended to not give Torah, but to judge all the people who were there. What's going on with this word vayered, that it could mean seemingly very different things? In fact, it's the same idea. Let's just explain. When God was preparing himself to destroy Sodom, he knew he was going to be doing it, so to speak, with fire and brimstone, a miracle no less. And when you punish with a miracle, well, you've got to judge the people being punished completely fairly, miraculously, because God's doing it himself. Well, if he's doing it himself, it's going to better be fair. In fact, that was Abraham's argument to God. Well, the judge of all the earth not do justice. How can you sweep away the wicked, the righteous, along with the wicked? If it's a hurricane or something like that, well, so to speak, God's letting nature do it. It's not going to be fair. But if God's doing it himself, right, he's going to make a miracle, make the fire and brimstone here and not there, and take care of things. So he had to judge each person looking inside their innards to see whether they were beat all the time when they were young, whether they were raped all the time when they were young. Were they really almost not explanations of their behavior, but maybe legitimate excuses of their behavior? But a human being can't judge that way, because we can't really see how things are affecting them inside. We have to judge actions. But God can do it completely individually. When Moses spoke the Torah that God commanded him, the Talmud describes that the prophecy from God to Moses came out through Moses' mouth, meaning there was, I don't know how to explain this, some type of partnership between God and Moses when Moses was speaking, which means that we were hearing the prophecy ourselves, just, closed, so to speak, in the voice of Moses, but it was coming from God. And if it's coming from God, well, it's like sunlight, it's white light, but white light isn't white. If you use a prism, all the colors you could possibly imagine coming out of there are mixed into that light. And therefore, Torah heard from Moses' mouth, when Moses is getting the word of God coming through his mouth, well, there are many, many, not interpretations, but explanations that are all correct, one after the other. And of course, there's some visible light and there's invisible light. There are things you can't see because it's wrong. Doesn't mean everything's right, but there are more than one way to understand what the Torah means. Enjoy it, and good Shabbos.